So a very generous, normal, breezy, medium. There you go. Stimp 14.
Yep.
No altitude to consider.
No.
But the one thing I have got is realistic greens.
Mm. We had a bit of a discussion about that the other night, Andy, and we came to the conclusion if there's no BLI, they're fine because you can't really tell you've been ripped off.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're playing BLI, I'd prefer not to.
Oh, this is a long hole, isn't it?
Well, I guess if it's the US Open course, there's got to be something about it that's difficult.
Okay, right.
Maybe it's brutality and distance.
Oh, stay in the fairway. Stay on the fairway. Oh,
He's done it.
Couldn't have cut it any tighter. I can't remember this course. I know I've played it, but it must be a long time ago.
yeah. As soon as we stepped onto the tee, I thought this could be a brand new course for me. Although I know I've played it before, and I've played it against you a couple of times. But I don't think I've played a PGLS tournament here.
Yeah, it does look kind of generic. I mean, I'm sure it's going to have some good, difficult holes.
Well, this is one of Dog's courses.
Well, that's always a good sign. That's definitely cementing my position as behind you with the longest drive. All right. Good to see what the bunker textures are like.
Are you testing the other bunkers, Dave?
Almost.
Oh, no, not quite.
He wants to get his water putting in order.
Okay, and all I need to do is just sort of between the two. Okay. And that's pretty much it.
Yep, nice.
Into the heart of the green.
And I'll give you a bit of a read on the putt as well.
Oh, all the planets are aligning towards a celestial explosion on the first green.
Oh. Very good.
Okay, 4 inches.
Oh, he's going further out. This is a great help for me. It's getting closer. That's always a good sign that you've read it correctly. Usually with me, the closer it gets to the hole, the further away from the hole it gets.
All right. This one also must have a lot of break.
Well, you both read it pretty well.
Let's see if you're somewhere in the middle there, Andy.
Yeah, I'll see if I've got the Goldilocks touch. No. In some respects, it was the worst putt of the lot.
Yeah, we had a fun little battle last night that ended up in a draw.
Yeah, Tobacco Road.
Yeah, it was a nice course, but we reckon without BLI it'd be quite tricky.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to go back there at some stage.
Well, we've used Tobacco Road before, but we've never played it without BLI.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be one of the more brutal ones. It was just hard to read.
Ooh. Well, it wasn't far away.
No, that's not bad at all. Well, if you've gone for it, why not?
I do remember this hole before. This was definitely, unless there's a hard wind against you, it's very doable.
Well, I'm hoping they haven't lengthened it in real life because it'll be a very entertaining hole because the pros will definitely be trying to drive it. Some of them. Look at that.
Oh,
Oh, and in the top U, that's fine.
oh, yeah.
Disaster.
What a numpty.
Well, lucky it's only the practice round.
Yeah.
But ironically, it's maybe not that bad a line to come in from.
They're all the same. Right. 6. Put a punched pitch to it. Do I have to go to the full? I think I have to go full. It's too much. Yeah.
Not bad at all. Very nice.
Nice, Dave. $61, 5%.
It's inside that 4-foot zone.
Yep.
Yeah. Super
Well done.
point.
89.16. Oh. Oh. I wonder actually whether I meant to take the 51 club, and I wonder whether I thought I was on the 51 and I was actually on the 36.
That is one of the most annoying errors I make as well occasionally. I hate that.
You focus so much on getting the right, sort of length that you forget that you've got the wrong club.
It's just it's even worse when you think you've put it on the 32 and you've left it on the 36 footer.
Come on.
Oh,
It was in if you hit it. Absolutely.
nice
Makes
effort.
me
Was
think.
unlucky.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of left to right here myself, I think. How much?
Well, at least if I was going to cock it up, I'd rather do it now rather than. I mean, we both made mistakes. The only difference is, Dave, you might get a birdie out of it.
Not with the
Maybe
putter.
not.
It went dead straight. Can't believe it. It's still me. I remember what happened.
I'm just laughing at what you said there. It went dead straight, and then you said, "Right, if I can remember what happened."
It was funny.
Good birdie.
Time for the book of quotable quotes there.
It went dead straight. Now, if I can remember. Oh.
I'm regretting it more and more. That's what I think.
Well, that was a good up and down by the master of the flop shot. I think Brookline is one of these courses which has got fiddly holes, and this is another one of those fiddly holes, and that's too long, I think, is it?
It will be.
All right, that's the
But
end
it's
of the
not.
day. Here's our chance.
Right, well, let's see where. Let's see whether that is any good. I don't think it is, actually. This may be doable on that line. It's not on that line, no.
You felt for Dave. It's a pretty bloody narrow fairway, that heading area. It's about 8 yards wide.
Yeah, I must admit, I was going for almost an impossible driver. I wanted to beat my chest and say, "Look at that! That's how you drive."
Yeah. You mean the shot I'm about to attempt, Andy?
Yeah, that's the one. That's probably in the rough the other side, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on those. I've got a good vantage of the green. Yeah?
You have.
Yeah, I'm not upset with this level. Right, 15%. Hell,
Well, at least this is giving us a view of what's happening in the rough as well.
25% with the 6 iron.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's like 36 and another 45, 183. Oh, that's about right. Flop that. Hopefully the correct shot.
Right, good line.
Good result.
From the rough, I'll take it.
Okay. Oh God. Oh, well, one thing for sure, that's telling me to stay out of the heavy rough.
Yeah.
Because on long holes, you're going to be absolutely screwed.
Yeah, with those percentage losses.
Mm. Yeah, I think I had something like a 25%.
Yeah.
I took a 7-iron from 130 yards.
Yeah, I'm expecting when we see the real course later this week, that rough will be 4 or 6 inches deep, and that's what they're emulating.
Hmm. Well, that'll give you a good read, Dave.
It did. Whether it helps, I don't know. So 24 up 3. Oh, you hack.
Yeah.
Look at that.
No.
Yeah, I would take that quantum computer that you've got there on your lap and back to the shop. It's crap.
Also, it's not a large amount of right to left. Then again, I thought that last time and it went dead straight. It's got to break a lot.
So he's going to go right to left big time. Oh, no, it didn't. Not as... Oh, it has now.
I think where I actually had the ball originally, might have gone in.
Damn it.
Ooh.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, nice.
Really nice putt. Misses.
Ah.
How could it do that? Come on, it broke 4 inches after the hole the first time. Ah. Come on.
I'm glad that went in, Dave.
I almost had, I had it on the wrong line originally. It's frightening.
Okay. It's... Oh, you bloody hack. Oh, you bloody donkey.
What is,
Absolute donkey.
doesn't seem the optimal angle to come in from.
Yeah, I think I was quite tight on the... Dave's
I've
got
done the same thing.
No, I'm going to try and do the opposite of what you two did. Because that just don't seem right. for a walk down there. All right.
It's a better line. It's a fairway. Is it? Is he going to stay on the fairway? Yes, it is. Look at that. He's right on the top. Is he? Is he?
Oh.
He is.
And
That's
he's good, and a
perfect.
good distance out too.
I went Uncle Dave with the 3-wood.
Well, I went with the 3-wood as well. That was 50 yards wide of where I wanted to go.
Slightly different line. You're right.
It's excited. Oh,
Oh, come on. I had dreams of picking up 2 here. At least one of you.
well, I can't expect much out of downhill lie in the rough. Slight falling breeze.
No, it's a horrific spot to be.
46.
That was the other way it could go.
Okay, right. Let's make sure I have the right club. Yes, I have. It's giving me more. 6-footer.
Don't we love those?
Great shot. See, I mean, this is really, you know, in the first 4 holes, we've had two par 4s, which are 300 and 343 yards.
Yeah.
And I'm struggling again. Is it? No. Oh, no, Dave.
I hit that so softly. So that was my lag. I can't believe what that just did. Now, nightmare.
Good.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
You
stroke there.
thought that was going, didn't you?
Yeah. That would have really hurt the drop strokes here.
Oh,
Wow.
29.
Are these medium sandies?
I believe they are.
I think they were medium.
Yeah, they were. Yeah. I don't know why I asked. All I had to do was look.
Come on. Oh, that's a good drive. Ditto, is it?
Oh.
No. Yes, just.
long way home from there.
It is.
That's a better line.
Are you still in the house on your own, or has the family come back, Dave?
No, family's back.
You know,
they
they
got
took
home at lunchtime today.
So was the first reaction when they walked in through the door, what the hell has been going on?
No, not at all.
Bottles all over the place, the dishwashers not filled up,
No,
wine glasses.
I'm
all
house
over the
proud, Andy.
place. Good man.
Piggy dashed across the rocks.
Yes.
Oh, Lord of the Flies.
I like that quickly said.
Right.
One's in the bunker.
There's the super hook of the night. Just waiting for the wind to drop. Give me 4. Okay. It's not super hooking enough.
Okay. There's a super hook going. Right. Okay.
Sounded like a dog. Was that Billy?
Yeah, that's Billy. Billy the Black Labrador.
That seems like
It's got pretty.
a better shot.
Gorgeous.
It is. That
Yeah.
was the. I was actually aiming on the right side of the green. I just managed.
Well, I mean, the perfect landing area was, the size of half a beach towel, and
It was.
The temptation is to chip it, but it's stupid. It's 16 foot downhill. I'll just muck it up. I'm going to flop.
It's not bad.
It's work. Anything over 2 feet is work.
Oh, lovely shot.
Tough.
Well, your short game is A1 tonight, Dave.
Yeah, no, it's real good tonight.
Well, I think I've possibly left this almost in the ideal spot. We shall soon see.
Yeah,
And it was.
great putting.
Nice, Andy. When not really a birdie hole, that pin is tucked away.
Hmm.
You mean? I'm wondering what the difficult pins are going to be like.
Well, I have to say, Dave, when you sort of said this is going to be a super hook, and I thought, oh, I like the sound of that. I thought, I want a piece of this action.
They are so fun, Andy.
282. Bloody hell! This is another.
With the right wind, not this wind. Well, maybe. Maybe a brute could make it. Don't think I could.
Go on, get into the second bunker. Don't plug. Yeah, the greens are not huge greens here.
And if the rough around the greens is 6 inches deep, with a bit of wind, it's going to play interesting. For the real pros.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus. This is the right angle in. What's going for
Well, we had 3 different ways.
Let's see which one was correct.
Yeah. Oh, that's cruel.
It's all right. I was expected it to suck back a bit.
I'm not expecting any such issues with this one. I've got 28% spin loss and 8% power loss with a 60 wedge. Okay. So I think the 91-yard club is correct. Just with not too much. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yes, there was no suck back on that ball, and for our Christian viewers, that's a golfing colloquialism rather than anything.
I think we might have just got shipped to some bad channel on YouTube. This is like that.
Yeah, that's right. Ah. Good.
Interesting.
It was interesting.
Some sort of an oblique read from you two. Ice Spaniel really looks.
Oh, Andy.
Ah. No, I can't do anything but hit this dead straight. Oh, God!
Oh, Dave.
Oh.
I had a feeling that was going a bit too fast.
Yeah. No, I really needed that birdie. Why?
mean, you would think that these short par fours would be taken apart by all three of us, or at least one of us. But actually, they've been proved to be quite difficult.
And I'm sure some hard holes are going to come along sooner or later.
Oh, I like that. I love it.
That was a good strike. Gorgeous.
Yep. Shot of the night, Andy.
There you go.
City club I don't have.
Well, I keep telling you.
I know you do. We all have to learn the hard way, Andy.
It's ended up being a very versatile club for me because I reckon I can hit it between. Oh, that's equally good. There's nothing to beat, Dave. No, but I reckon sort of 185, 190. I can hit it without any breeze.
Yeah.
And if there's breeze into my face or any kind of breeze against, 180, even 175. If I chop it, oh, that's a good line.
That's going to land softly. It'll be beautiful.
That's unlucky, that.
That was a chopped 7 wood.
Yeah.
Right side, the BLI shows nothing. So here we go.
Just go straight at it, Dave.
Just trying to look for a positive spin. All right, I'm going to chip this in. Super chip. Or not, but I'll take that. It's close enough.
Yeah, and you've given me a little bit of a read on it as well.
And Dave's going to give me a read.
Yep.
Fire.
Yeah. That was a well played hole by all of us. Oh, don't go out of bounds. Better not be out of bounds over there.
I didn't see any white stakes.
Well, my game at Falkirk without the BLI yesterday, I couldn't believe it. I had 2 holes. They were both par 5s, where I put the ball out of bounds on the approach shot. An iron. One went too big, and I thought, oh come on, you can't have. And the other one I did tug a little bit left, but still.
Nothing worse.
They were really easy pickup holes as well.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
As exemplified by the fact I got basically a birdie with the second ball. Then what am I doing? Oh.
Ooh. See a shot. Backspin.
Oh.
Down you
There's
go.
a little bit of backspin.
Keep coming. No.
Right, come on, give us a. Oh, God. Oh, this is.
How are you going to play it, Andy?
That's how I would play it.
Kept it under the tree.
I told you the 4 iron's very versatile club.
You might as well just use the 4 iron and that's it. So which club do you sacrifice, Andy, to have the 4 iron?
I sacrificed the 5 iron and I sacrificed the 7 wood, and I have all the irons from 6 through down to the lob wedge. Oh, now what am I doing here? Okay. It's not bad. Hey there.
I'll show you the line, Andy.
If you'd be so kind. Oh, lovely.
I reckon this is almost straight.
I think it'll beetle off to the right. Oh, it was straight. Good information, Dave.
I don't think you need the help at the moment, though.
Oh, it belted.
I keep getting excited. I can't understand why I'm hitting him so hard. It's not helping my cause.
Yep. Oh,
no.
Oh.
Well, your turn to help me out.
Yeah,
That was a shocking turn of events.
Yeah, that was it. Oh, my.
No. God. I'm just bleeding strokes.
Well, I thought that was going to beetle off to the right there.
Started to, didn't it?
You know, it's gets you back. I tell you what, we're either getting holes in the high 400s or holes in the mid to high 300s. There aren't any holes at 425 yards yet. Okay. That's a bit more like it. Come on, get up there. Show the course who's boss.
I don't think I'm going to be out showing that one. I'll give it a crack.
Yeah, but you're only 4 strokes behind, Dave. And
Yes, and it's only the practice round, so I take heart in that. Distance is off tonight. Let's see if I can fix that. again, I think. Always too much. Come on. Feels like there's 500 feet of elevation.
It's a pretty good line.
Yep.
Nice shot.
Thank you.
Okay, right. Let's get a bit of wind on my face. Stop.
Gorgeous. Just got to take a phone call, guys. I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah, no dramas.
This is.
So how was I the other night, Andy?
How was what the other night?
How did I seem? Because I I got relatively pissed.
Oh, you mean on Friday
on
when
Saturday
you were on
night
your
or
fish?
whatever. Yeah, when I was on the fish
Saturday.
one.
No, you didn't. You didn't sound inebriated at all, actually. Because I thought you said, well, I was only on my first one. I mean, when you said I'm only on my first one, I assumed you were talking about glass.
No, bottle. But
Bottle.
I ended up having 2 bottles in under 2 hours. So at the end of the game, I'd finished my second bottle, and somehow Dave and I had organised to play the next night, but I don't remember it at all. Because Dave's around to organise the game, and I'm like, what? Oh dear.
No, you didn't sound. I for a moment I didn't think, God, he's pissed out of his brain.
No. Okay, because I went to bed 10 minutes after the game finished.
Yeah, maybe, but
crazy.
But you see, that just shows how much in the zone I was in.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, are you off the phone, Dave?
Yeah, I am now.
It's a wiggly one.
It is. Just that nasty distance.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Didn't see that.
Yeah.
But there again, I don't know whether it was realistic or whether it was my bad read. I'll never know.
You will never know.
Oh, I can't tell this one. I reckon there's that. Oh! Nice one, Dave.
Well, that was just to staunch the bleeding. Got to turn things around.
Yeah, it could have been out of sight there, a pair of us, but We weren't. Oh, this is another one of these. This is going to be quite an interesting setups available to us all.
Well, it makes me think that some of those front tees, there might be a lot of reachable par fours.
Unless, I mean, when you look at the when you look at the position of the tees on the overhead, maybe there's actually quite a bit of room for them to create length, championship tees longer than, because it's only 6,700 yards off these tees.
And these are the back ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I can see one tee that looks like it's about probably 80 metres in front of this one. That one, it's probably reachable from.
Yeah. This is 2, 3, 4. Yeah, right. Well, I'm not going to go with that. That's where I'm going to go.
Looks pretty perfect.
Smart.
Do you know what, Dave? I thought, bloody hell, you've laid up quite a bit back, and actually, what I was looking at was the white dot, which is the middle of the fairway.
The liner marker, yeah.
I thought, why is Dave? He's obviously lined up with the 5 wood or something. So when I hit the 3 wood, I thought I'm going to get closer to the green than Dave was, and I thought, what the hell just happened there? I can just see Dave's ball just left.
This shot. Again, long. All night. Long.
You are a bit long, but better get some of the indifferent stuff out of the system now. It's still not bad. I mean, you're only 17 feet away, Dave.
Yeah, it's the right night to have a bad night.
Oh, no, that could be very nice. It is very nice.
Yeah.
You give me a lot of good information there, Dave.
You did, didn't you?
Use it to your advantage, Andy.
Well, I'm going to try. I really am, but whether I've got the skill set, I'm going to try. No, oh no, it could be okay. No, not quite as good as yours.
Only a metre too far. Would have done the same as Dave's.
Nice putt. Oh.
What a putt. And how did it turn right at the end? Easy. Really?
It's another strong one, Dave.
Oh, I just keep leaving myself in torture.
Really?
Oh,
That was a bit
I mean,
harsh.
it went left and then it went right, but unfortunately the hole wasn't in the way. Okay. 511.
That seems doable.
It does seem doable. Do you remember me saying about I was expecting the neighbours next door to be
Yes.
well, we'd been out during the day, and you know, it wasn't. When we came back, there was no sign of anything actually happening. But we decided to choose one of our action films, and something loud which had the, you know, booming through the sound system, and we found a reasonably good one. We found the Superman film with oh God, Henry Cavill playing Superman, and it was really quite entertaining. But as soon as the really loud action scenes you know, went into dialogue, you could hear the bloody music thumping away from next door.
So, and what time did it go till?
Well, it started at, I think it was 7ish and went on till about 10ish, 10:30, something like that.
Yeah.
But the thing was, it was all heavy metal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you can imagine badly done versions of, I mean, the one that I sort of, oh come on, was Paranoid by Black Sabbath. So that was playing at one point.
That's unusual charity music, to be honest.
Yeah, I thought,
Good line, Dave.
it is. In fact, we've all done pretty well to find a very narrow strip of fairway.
We've all got a crack at getting an eagle. Who's going to do it? Dave's wishing you had a 5-wood right now.
Oh, I do. Fuck it, I will go the 3-wood.
Oh, if you chop it slightly, it could be perfect.
No chopping.
No chopping.
No chopping.
Oh.
But yeah, the 7-wood never going to work.
No.
Well, that'll work.
That was with no chopping. Wow.
That did work.
You got to remember, I'm weak as piss, you know.
Yeah, you say that, but now you're trying to plant seeds to undermine our strategy. See it. Smell it.
Now then, another question I see as you've played your shot, Dave. Your Moki wine, your
Yes.
fish wine.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading the reviews of it. Now, is your wine the French Moki or is it the New Zealand Moki?
It's the New Zealand one.
Correct.
But it's right.
Oh,
So
is that the French one?
So the stuff in the UK is the French one, and I was reading the reviews of it, and people have been buying them in you know, boxes, thinking it was the New Zealand one, and it's not.
No.
You're getting rubbish.
And it tastes totally different according to those who bothered to, you know, comment on the review section.
Interesting.
And so is the New Zealand one available there, Andy?
I don't think so. but it's a lot better according to what people who have tasted the New Zealand one.
Well, we can vouch for it personally.
Yeah, that's a really good drop.
It's almost enough to move to Australia, Andy.
Or New Zealand.
Yeah.
Reason for moving? Ask customs. Fish wine is the answer.
They'd be taking you away for a cavity search, I reckon.
No, I think they might. They'll be checking your boogie board, that's for sure.
Good shot.
4 feet, not bad.
Right.
Yeah, so I was thinking, oh, I'll have to get a bottle of this stuff just to see. And then when I read, oh, I'm sure Dave didn't say it was a French. So all they've done is slap the label over a French Sauvignon Blanc,
Sauv Blanc, yeah.
which may bear very little resemblance to the actual New Zealand stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. This is very different from what I thought it was going to be.
That was a good shot of yours, Dave.
I think it's done the job.
It's a great cut.
Get in! Oh, come on.
But great pace again, Dave, and that's really your power, is getting the pace right. You very rarely leave yourself those horrible 5 or 6 footers.
Sometimes I'll leave them 20 foot though.
Sometimes you do, but less often than us. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, I think that's the. We rely on the crutch of BLI to get us out of all sorts of difficulties.
Yes, indeed. Somewhere on the internet would be crudely referred to as BLI bitches.
Okay. Ooh.
Although there's a lot of trees around this course, it doesn't feel as hemmed in as something like Winged Foot.
No, hasn't felt dangerous, has it? I mean, from trees at least.
Yeah.
But we're not scoring great. Well, I can only speak for myself.
9, 2, 4. Is it good?
It does look good.
Very. Wow.
I'm really quite excited for I'm excited now, but I'm excited for the next 4 rounds as well.
It's going to be good.
I think I've turned the corner, Dave. But I also have to congratulate your first 2 round scores at Kaitaja. I mean, I had a good ending to round 2, but otherwise I was very sort of average, really.
And I had my best round in round 4, maybe. Which it was a flawless round, except I bogeyed the par 5. And I had a beautiful drive, and I went for the eagle, and I hit into the water.
Yeah.
And I got a bogey. It was upsetting, but I still had a 9.
Oh, baby!
Oh! Well, it's like we expect one around though, at least.
I was just aiming to within 4 foot.
A nice modest answer. Well done.
Well, I've from what you just said there, I'd already resigned myself to going for second place, and you just confirmed that.
Yeah. You'll have to really bring your A game to catch me, Claytarja. Unfortunately, I don't bring that A game tonight.
Ah,
Yeah.
I had a little sort of left to right break, but not as much as that.
Yeah, that was frightening. God, imagine you had that putt to win the game.
Yeah.
Well, that one seemed to wiggle halfway.
It did.
Oh.
Wow.
That seemed to accelerate towards the hole. Never mind. I was in the driving seat and dropped 2 shots on Uncle Dave. What's going on? How can this be right? Ooh.
Whoops.
It is whoops.
Here's our chance, Andy.
Well, it's a long hole when you shove it in the heavy rough. 492. Oh no, it's only the rough, so you might have a shot in with the 7 wood or something like that. Actually, the frame rate on that hole, on that drive, was quite low.
I did notice it. A little bit of juddering here as well. But I think that's the first time I've noticed anything.
Yeah.
Been okay most of the time.
Stay on the fairway. That'll do.
Oh, what? 28% power loss. Okay.
So this is another example of a hole where we've gone from quite short par 3 or 4 to a long, brutal par 4. Oh.
Ooh. All right, here's our chance to pounce, Andy.
What do you
I
mean?
like that
I was
idea.
just laying up. That was maybe.
What's strategy, Dave?
180, right. Could it be the dream approach again?
Gorgeous line. Oh, yes, Andy. Lovely.
Very nice.
That's a pretty good line. Is it the right club? It is the right club. Did you take a 7-iron as well, Dave?
I did indeed, Andy. It's a good looking line as well.
If it's
Going to have backspin. Much
a
though.
little bit, you're going to give you a line?
I was expecting more with a short iron.
Oh, Dave, that's outrageous.
Fantastic.
It's a good way to get it.
It would have been 15 feet past if it had missed.
It was zooming, wasn't it?
It was Batsy putt.
Well, this is the first time I'm doing this today. I'm just looking at this from... Yeah. Oh. Oh, where are you? 12'6", yes. It should have been straight. What were you saying about pouncing on Uncle Dave?
Oh.
Here's the time to pounce.
Yeah. It is the time to pounce, we just haven't done it. Oh. Pouncing here involves aiming way to the left and then you just roll down.
Better pace.
Yeah, good effort, yeah.
It still went a bit.
Right edge firm.
Good. Okay, well, no change on that hole.
Only due to the fact Dave did a brilliant putt.
I was lucky.
Well, you've actually turned around 2 holes where you got up and down with a birdie, and the other hole with a par. So you've gone -1 on those 2 holes. Meanwhile, I've had 2 10-foot putts for birdie putts on those same 2 holes, and I walked off with 1 over par. I mean, what's going on?
Do you think Uncle Dave's going to tell us if he knows?
No.
I might. I'm not a bad bloke.
For a small fee. Okay, right. This is... Come on.
Well, it's the right line to come in from.
Yeah, and you're going to go down that hill.
Who's that? Somebody hit it from adjoining fairway onto our fairway. Who's that?
Oh, God, look at this nonsense. Can't believe I missed this fairway.
You're okay.
Just.
Come on, get up there. Did just. Okay.
That's okay.
You missed the green, but I suspect that would be too big of a problem from there.
Well, we'll see.
We should. What is that sound coming through?
Could be frogs. Could be frogs at my end.
Yeah.
I'm getting frogs. The course itself here.
You sure it's
the
the
frogs are echoing in your speakers or something?
But I can't hear it through. I'm hearing it from.
I reckon what
somebody's...
Dave's hearing is my frogs.
Mm.
Oh, this is nasty. This has got to be a 32-yard flop.
Oh, Dave.
Get in the hole.
What
wow.
a shot.
How the hell do you hit the 32-yard? 28 feet is well. It's I'm just gobsmacked. I am in awe.
I've been hitting that like that for a long time.
Okay, 29:30. Yes, there.
Would you like a T-shirt for your birthday, Dave, which says "The Flop Master"?
Mr. Floppy, Dave.
Mr. Floppy. It could be your Ballarat name.
Yep. And you can play jingles or those the ice cream truck jingles.
Jeez. I'm going to sink this little chip. Or I'm just going to hit it to the left and long. And give someone a read. Who am I helping?
Oh dear me! I just saw your eyeball there.
Yeah, it was not pleasant, was it? Bit of macular degeneration going on there. Go on. Oh, you little bastard! I was turning in, then I went the other way. Oh.
No such chance that was going to miss.
You helped me a lot then, Dave.
4 under par, Dave. Good stuff. Oh my God!
No. And it was off to the races that got missed as well.
Hole's running out for me. I think they've run out for you, Dave. 432. Or 428 rather. From the tee.
Keep pulling them left.
Well, so far it hasn't really hurt you. And that's if anything, if you're going to miss the fairway, that's the place to put it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just wondering whether to try and thump it out there. Try and come on. Oh, nearly.
All right, well, I'm just going to assume since Andy couldn't make it, I'm not even going to try. Just going to go for Uncle Dave and hit a gentle 3-wood.
That was a sensible strategy, and you've put it in the right place.
It was.
Indeed. See if I can take advantage of that. Haven't done it all night. Okay. So it's going to be that I flopped 159. Nothing else seems to make sense. Just wait for the wind to drop a little bit.
It depends whether it's.
I just pushed it right.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad length though.
Yeah.
If that had been online.
Yeah, nice.
Okay.
Okay, 146, 170.
Oh, you must be getting 25%.
Yeah, yep, 22.
That's pretty good, Dave. In fact, it's very good. Well, you haven't put so much pressure on me as the fact that I'm not sure whether I can get it really close. Yeah, it's a similar sort of place to where you are. Similar.
Yeah, they're going to be similar putts. Nice, Dave.
It is. I could really do with one of these putts going in. Right. Okay. Well, it didn't go, go in.
Oh. You've given Dave a bit of a read there as well.
Yes. Yeah, broke late.
Did.
Yeah, I could really do with getting at least within one of you, Dave. I think if you close me out on the next two holes, I'm going to be praying for a plugged lie or something ridiculous like that.
That's harsh.
It is harsh. It's the only way.
Well, this is the hole for the plug lie. Nice little par 3.
I think you've hit a nice shot there. If you've hit the, I think you've hit his centre of the green.
It's a beautiful shot.
You were going to say commercial.
I was, but it was better than commercial.
Well, better than pedestrian.
And commercial also is not an insult.
No.
That's what pro golfers do all the time. That's their bread and butter. Don't get in trouble. Get the par. Let the birdies.
No, I didn't. I left myself a horrible putt.
Gone for the Wagga.
Oh, and it's going to
Got
be.
it.
Did you see Dustin Johnson's score?
No.
He shot 10 over. Well, I think Charles Schwartzel won the thing at 10 under or something, or 6 under.
Right.
But yeah, Dustin Johnson 10 over, so he's not even trying.
That's because the guilt is burrowing into him like a worm.
Well, they did, because there's only like 10 or 20 tournaments for the year.
Yeah.
And they're saying, well, what are you going to do for the rest of the year? And he's going, well, that's the reason I've joined up, to play less golf. So he doesn't even care. He's got this massive payout, and in fact, well, why would you give a shit at that point?
Well, exactly.
$200 million payday, thank you.
Oh,
That's a good shot. That's a great shot. Unlucky.
It's a chop 7.
Okay, right. Oh. Not a bad putt.
It's a
Oh,
great putt.
Lovely.
there's my mouse gone. There. Yes, I wondered whether that would happen.
Yeah, initially I was actually seeing break coming from the other side. I thought that can't be right based on what your ball did.
Andy, do you ever miss working?
Do I have a what?
Do you ever miss working?
Oh, good heavens, no. Absolutely not.
That's good. I haven't regretted, retiring one single day.
No,
But some people do. Some people can't do it.
no, I've had no desire to crave the contact that working provides. In many cases, that contact was not particularly rewarding.
Yeah, well, I've experienced the same. One of my best friends, his dad retired when he was about 60. Used to work for BHP. He was an executive, fairly high up. And he just crawled up the walls. He could not take not working. And he took on a 3-year project, moving one of Australia's biggest legal firms from one building to another, just because he didn't want to sit at home anymore.
Right.
And he hated every second of it. He said it was the worst 3 years of his life. And then he went back to retired and he hated that again. Poor bastard.
Right.
He couldn't win. Didn't like working, didn't like not working.
Yeah, no.
Luckily, I'm more easily pleased. I like not working.
I've certainly got enough distractions to keep me going. I mean, I remember when I was working, I mean, it would be a case of maybe playing with you once a week, and it may have been on the Saturday, and occasionally I had a day off, Friday or Thursday or whatever. But actually playing playing as often as I do online is it really fills the time in doing something I enjoy doing.
And it's so much better because there's banter and all that sort of stuff. It's not like the sterile online competition. It's so much better.
Yeah.
And me and Dave have been doing it since 2001, non-stop. Ever since he moved from the city to Ballarat.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think that will be on the fairway. That's roasted.
And it's a beautiful wine in too.
That was my intention. I wanted to put Uncle Dave under some sort of pressure.
Do you think you've done it? Well, Andy, I think our plan to lull him into a false sense of security is working beautifully.
Yes, I think it is.
It has worked.
We'll soften him up with a nice, easy set of conditions, and then hit him with something that he can't cope with.
Yeah, and deliberately play badly, so he thinks it's home.
The only problem with that plan, and I think you might know what the problem is.
I do.
Well, the only way you can stuff me up is to do like Stimp 8 or something.
Ooh.
I would have no idea how to play Stimp 8.
All right. If you're leading by 7.
Oh.
So this should backspin hugely off the little backstop here and come all the way back down.
It is a nice shot. A little bit on the harsh
It's
side.
a little enthusiastic on the backspin, but other than that.
Trouble is, where Dave is, he might be perfect for him. See how he executes.
I might try and use the same backstop, maybe. 66 sub 6, 4%. Oh yeah, it's going to be pretty close to full. Maybe out there a little bit.
It's a very good shot.
Tuck.
Very nice. Okay, Mailman, 63 yards.
Nice, Andy.
Very nice.
Showed Dave how to do it.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I thought for a second it was going to be too big in that bunker.
Maybe. Feel like I have no option other than to try and chip this in. You gave a good read to whoever that is behind me.
That's me. I'm going to give you a good read.
Yeah. But you
And
saw,
Dave's going to give us
oh, he's going to give you a read, yeah.
yeah.
He's almost going to put over your ball.
I would just put it in the bunker, Dave.
I might do that.
Yeah, so bunker practice.
No, that'll be right.
Okay, well, that was... Well, that's one back. That's the shot I wanted. I thought I was going to leak on the left for a second. Okay, this is a...
Oh, looks like a tight pin as well.
I mean, the medium pins are pretty tough.
Oh no, I've caught it too fine, I think. Go on, get on the fairway. Oh. Just a little bit too fine. The time I really wanted to land on the fairway, I didn't do it.
That's probably going to be a 204 or something like that. There's not much green to play with. What a brutal hole to finish.
That's the line.
That is the line. If you're winning this tournament, if you're leading this tournament by a shot with one hole to go, you're going a bit to the right of the fairway and just middle of the green. Nothing fancy about this.
Mind you, the trouble is, if you end up in the bunkers on the left, near where my ball is, I've got a feeling the lip's going to come into play a bit.
Yeah. Seems like a perfect 183 club. It's the wind. Maybe lofted. Hold up there. Good distance. Pity.
You've given me something to think about there, Dave. Like you've hit the 183.
Oh, you've just reminded me to shut the hell up when we're in the actual tournament.
Yeah.
Not think about it.
So, okay, I have no intention of hitting the 183.
Wow. Okay.
It'll work.
Nice.
What's your percentage loss, Andy?
It's 9%.
That's actually not too bad.
But I've stuffed up the...
Yeah.
It would have been typical there if I'd have plugged myself.
I was waiting for it.
Well, there's only one way this has got to go in the hole. Not a million miles away.
Oh man. Okay.
Might be some right to left, Dave.
My wheelhouse, Dave. Shit. Oh, crikey.
Oh, lovely. Music to my ears seeing somebody aim off like this.
Though we've marked him 2-1 sinking this.
It's a great lag.
Oh,
It's a great lag.
What a read. So impressive.
Tap.
All right. Big flop.
good flop.
It was a good shot. Well, that should see me below 70 anyway. This is where you wanted the realistic green to just shove it sort of
Just
10
swallow the
feet
ball up and throw it out.
Well done, Dave.
Well, it was a nice tight game.
It was. And I'm going to try and put the game out of my mind entirely and pretend it never happened.
Well, if you ask me, it was just your putting was out of sorts.
Well, 38 on the front line was not a good thing.
Yes.
And only one birdie, and you guys had a bunch of birdies each.
Yes.
I think the stats are going to tell some sort of story.
Sure, I want to see that story, but
Oh, you definitely came down to your putting, dude.
67.
2.22. Wow.
Yeah, that's right out there, isn't it?